Now, I'm ready. Hi, Chaim Olevsky here. Chabad of the West Side. Central Park on a very special day. A memorable day. Beautiful weather. We're just a few days before Shavuos. And wanted to share with you a thought that I learned from the Rebbe about Shavuos. This is a running commentary in which we exercise our mind, body, and soul at the same time. I think you can hear me. Okay, so here's the story. We're nearing Shavuot. Shavuot, says the Rebbe, is on the third month of the year of the Jewish calendar. Sivan is the third month. Number 3 is very special all throughout the Jewish tradition. And over here we find the same number 3. We have God in simple terms. There's many different aspects of number 3 and the holiday of Shavuot, in which we receive the Torah, the Ten Commandments of Mount Sinai. But one of them, or some of them, are, as noted down by the Talmud, that the Torah was given in the third month, on the third day of preparation, to a nation of 3. That's Kohen, Levi, Israel, by the third person, Moshe. He was the third in his family, and there are many other 3s. But another kind of more relevant aspect of 3 in our life is that it seems like there's 2 separate beings that merge into one third being on Shavuot. And because of Shavuot, because of the holiday that we're going to celebrate on Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that is that there was God, there was the world as 2 separate entities, and now there's one unique, different being or combination of God and the world, and that's the number 3. So before there was one separate thing and another separate thing. There was God, and then there was the world. But now, through the experience at Mount Sinai, God made it possible for there to be a third unique existence and experience of the total uniqueness and the combination of God and the world as one. That's just the number 3. Put that aside for a moment, and let's dive into another thought that the Rebbe says. What happened at Mount Sinai was that the Jewish people became God's unique nation. God chose us from the nations of the world. It says, Kibanu b'charta, v'otanu kidashta. You chose us and sanctified us. And there are countless, many quotes in the Torah in which God says, I chose you from the nations of the world. Don't try to be like them. And here's where the Rebbe gets very enthused. Let's just say the Rebbe is very proud of our being chosen. And he wants us to experience that the same. Rebbe is trying to inspire us not to try to blend in. Don't try to blend in. They know that we're chosen. They know that it says in the Torah that we were chosen. The world knows. Do you know? Do I know? Do I act it? Do I feel it? That's the challenge of the day, says the Rebbe. That the world knows already. And even the arch enemy of the Jewish people was Haman, who wanted to destroy all the Jewish people. He wanted to wipe us out. When he went to the king in the story of Purim and told him, hey, I want to wipe out the Jews. He said, you know why? He says, Yeshno Am Echad. There's one nation, one unique nation. Mefuzar Mufarad Ben Amim. They're scattered and spread among the rest of the nations of the world. What keeps them alive? What is their secret of survival? That was the next line. Their ways are different than everyone else. They act different. They look different. They speak different. They eat different. They sleep different. They do everything different. They're not like us. And this, says the Rebbe, that's what keeps us as a nation. Otherwise, we just assimilate and just disappear. Rebbe says, act different, look different, be different, because you are different. And God charged us with a task. It's not different and better. It's not different and worse. It's just different with a different task. And our task is is to be an inspiration and a light to the nations, to bring God's message to the world. And the Rebbe says that when a person in the world looks at another Jew, it should be noticeable that this is a person that God handpicked to be his representative in the world and to bring light, ambassador of light. It should be noticeable when a person walks in the street. It should be noticeable in their homes. It should be noticeable in their workplaces, in the way they interact with their family and friends and everyone. And then says the Rebbe, a person might say, I'm not cut out for it. It's for the religious people. It's for them over there, across the park, on the other side of the world, maybe in Jerusalem. Who am I? What am I? And here says the Rebbe, we can learn an interesting lesson from the Torah portion of Bamidbar, which is always read right about the time of Shavuot. And the Torah portion begins that God made a census and counted all the Jewish people and said every Jew counts as one, the greatest Jew and the opposite. They all count as exactly the same number one. And number one it is. We are all the same one. No one is better or worse. We're all charged with the same task, to be God's ambassadors of light in this world. We can do it. You can do it. We've been given the power and the responsibility. I just want to end off with Shavuot. It's Wednesday and Thursday. Starts Tuesday night. So wherever you are in the world, you can learn all night long on Tuesday night at your local Chabad center. And afterwards, Wednesday morning, it's customary and very important, says the Rebbe, that every Jew should be in a synagogue to listen to the Ten Commandments, to hear the Ten Commandments being read from the Torah. And that is usually about 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. You can find it in your local synagogue. And the Rebbe says bring even the babies, the youngest children, because everyone was there at the first experience of Mount Sinai. Everyone should be there now, every year. So bring your kids. After that, it's usually followed by a massive ice cream party. A lot of dairy, cheesecake, good stuff. So that's Wednesday morning. And then Thursday again, but mainly Wednesday morning, make sure to be there. Chag Sameach, and the Rebbe's blessing to everyone was Kabbalat HaTorah b'simcha u'b'pnimiyut, which means that we should receive the Torah with joy and with inwardness. It should be an internal joy, an internal acceptance of the Torah. God bless you. If I don't see you until Shavuot, happy Shavuot.